Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to episode 23 of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. We're over here, over on the raid farm that we built last episode, and I wanted to show you guys, whoa, I just fell real far. I wanted to show you guys something real quick because last episode there was actually a clip that had to get cut due to some audio issues, and it was kind of the clip where I was explaining how this works, and it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just want to go over it just in case some people missed that. So basically what happens is the pillagers and the illagers can spawn here on this block here, and they actually spawn technically right on this corner over here. And when that happens, this glass block here pushes them down into this hole, which has a trident killer, same as the gold farm and the creeper farm down in there that kills all of them, which will kill the pillager captains, giving me the raid effect. And when that happens, up here is where I'll be standing. And we have this little village generated up here due to the villager that we brought over here at the end of the last episode. And the raid will spawn, but the only place that the raid can spawn, because everything's covered in leaves, is actually up here in the water streams. So these guys will flow to the center, fall down in the middle, and then they'll get killed by the trident chamber here. So it's a pretty simple farm, but I just wanted to go over that since that clip got cut. And I feel like last episode might be a little confusing because of that. Now, I did want to show you guys this. So I got a furnace system set up down here. So I extended these chests by a bit so I can AFK here a little longer. Whoops. This is my saddles hole. I get so many saddles, I just have to throw them in a hole. I extended this down by a bit and I added a hopper here. So basically I can just look in here and like click on whatever iron armor I want to throw and it'll fall into this hopper. It then gets pushed through this array of hoppers down into these blast furnaces that all have some blaze rods in them. I think I got some extras over here. And they'll get funneled down into this chest here. And as you can see, I've gotten some iron nuggets from that. I think so far I've gotten about 2 stacks worth of iron ingots from this. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. But I want to head over to the shopping district and show you guys some stuff. Because I've been setting up some stuff near that now that we have a bit more... now that we have a bit more resources. So let's head over to the shopping district. I'm going to fly over there real quick and let's check out all of that. Oh dear, there's a hole here. Alright, so we're over here by spawn now, and this is the first thing I want to show you guys. So I wasn't sure what to do with all the totems of Undying, so every time I get a shulker box worth of them, I've just been kind of throwing them around in these shulker boxes on the server, just charging like a diamond each. I figured that's a good way to get rid of them and to kind of distribute them, and also I'm still, you know, if anyone does buy them, they may not, but if anyone does, I'll at least have a bit of a small income from that. So you can see they're kind of scattered about. They're not too intrusive because it's just one block, so I'm okay with leaving those around. But if we head over here, I've covered Austin's entire forge in illager banners, which I think is fantastic. I think it's a real improvement. Yeah, I think I've done well here. I was on when he saw this the other day. It was fantastic. He was off over here, and I was kind of flying overhead because I knew that he had come to the shopping district, and we were in a party chat together with some other people. But I flew in, and he hadn't said anything for a second, and I just saw him standing here staring at the building. He was just staring at it. He just kept staring at it, and then he just logged out. He was just like, "I'm done. Can't do it." He came back, of course, but it was still pretty funny to witness his just silent defeat. But if we head over to the bookshop real quick, I was just going to show you guys that I have filled this out a bit more. So all of these pretty much have like a high level of books in here now. And as well, ooh, I have a lot more of those than I thought. As well, we've actually made our first sale. Chad bought some stuff over here, so we've got diamond and iron now, which is pretty exciting. I'm super excited about it. That is, I think, the first real sale. Austin has bought stuff before, but I kind of had to coerce him into giving me the iron for it. He was reluctant to pay me for the services, but nonetheless, that is our first real sale. I'm pretty happy about it. I feel like we've made it's worth it now. The whole building is worth it. But let's head back over to the end because I was actually able to get all the emeralds done for that extra archway that we had to do. So let's head over there and take a look at what we've got to do this episode. Okay, so we are over here at the end base, and you can check this out here. I was able to get the Emerald Arch in place, which I think looks really, really cool. This is what it looks like from the front angle. Obviously, a lot of this is going to be covered because we're going to have those kind of gold bars. There's some gold bars that run like across here, and then a big prismarine archway. So most of this won't actually be seen from the front. It'll be kind of similar to these, where you can see like a couple of blocks of each one. But from the side over here, it looks really, really cool. You can see like this big, it kind of just looks like it goes back into that area back there, which I think looks pretty cool. I still haven't gotten the ink for the Prismarine, although there's an update releasing now. Actually, no one else can log into the server because there's an update pending for everyone. I guess Xbox and everything automatically update everyone to the update, but since I'm on Windows, I have to do it myself. So as long as I don't update until the server does, I can just hang on, or just stay here and hang out. Well, no one else can get on, but I gotta get that ink farm built. Maybe in today's episode, I'll go ahead and get it built and just have it ready for when that gets fixed sometime today or tomorrow, and we can go ahead and get this big archway in. But down here, as you can see, I've been working on some grass designs. Now, I mentioned I didn't want to use actual grass blocks because the Endermen are going to pick them up and take them. So I want to do like a mowed lawn look, and I went through some options here of possibilities, but what I ultimately decided on was this center one here, which looks like this. It's very, very colorful, very bright, but I think it kind of fits the theme, fits the area, and I think it's going to look really good when all of this area is kind of filled with that. My only thing is I don't know if I should be having them go vertically or like horizontally across. I think for the sake of the building, I'm going to go this way, but I may do a test over here and do the other way just to see how it looks. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, so what I hope we can get done today on this is I want to try and get these side middle buildings in. So I've kind of outlined where these things need to go, but I basically want to extend both sides of the building up to here and get this all the way up to the roof, which is about at this height as well. Just kind of extend that up on either side up to there, and then hopefully getting that ink farm in could be our other kind of secondary task for today. So lots to do today, but I'm confident that we can get it all done. I don't know why I took that off. I don't need that beacon. What else? I believe that is it at the moment. I'm just going to go ahead and I think try and get these guys built up, try to get them in place. I do have the materials ready for an iron farm. I gathered these a couple days ago. However, Trent and Austin and Zach all have built an iron farm near spawn. But honestly, I think despite that, we're going to go ahead and build one anyways. I was going to do it in today's episode, but I think we're going to wait now since it's not as pressing. But I think we're still going to build one. That way we can have one kind of near-ish the gold farm and all the other farms to have them there as well. And obviously, if we can have 2 people on running 2 iron farms at once, that would be pretty awesome in my opinion. So I think we're still going to set that one up. But as I said today, focusing on getting these side buildings in and trying to get the... hello. And trying to get the ink farm built as well. So I'm going to get cracking on getting these 2 side things in, and then we will hop in once I've made some progress. Alright, so while the other me is off in the end working on getting those 2 side buildings in, I want to start gathering some of the materials for the ink farm. Now I have on the other page pulled up a list of materials, and it's a lot of stuff. Like, we're talking about 15,000 blocks, about 2,300 magma blocks, which I actually have quite a few magma blocks, but I think this is about a third of what I need, maybe. So, rather than going and gathering that many blocks, which I think I'm just going to use stones, it really wouldn't be that much of an issue. I guess I could use netherrack, but I'm going to end up using this for other stuff, so I don't want to waste that. I think I'm going to trade with Trent and them to try and get some boxes of stone. I told them that I would give them 1 diamond block per chest of stone that they can provide me. So I'm going to go check out and see how much they have real quick over at the pit and see how much we can obtain here. Hopefully we can get pretty close to getting what we need. All right, so we were able to get, oh, where did he go? We were able to get about 4 boxes of stone, I think. I gotta move all of this stone over. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay him, oh, he's run off. Well, he'll come back in a second, but I'm gonna pay him, I think 5 diamond blocks for this, because it should fill up about 4 full shulkers. For the rest, I think we're going to buy, or not buy, he said I could just take the cobble that's back here, because there's like a storage system full of cobble. And I want to use smooth stone, so I'm going to end up smelting all this, so I'll just have to smelt the cobble twice. It'll take a while, I'll probably have to leave it like overnight tonight, but hopefully I can get all that smelted up and we can do that. So I'm gonna give him half of these. I was gonna give him 10. I don't know where he went. Oh wait, no, he's gone upstairs. Come back. Actually, where is he? I can't tell if that's upstairs or if that's in like another department of the area. Wait. Bleh. That's for the stone. Sweet. Thank you, thank you. Cool. So I'm going to grab the cobble from this system back here. I looked and I think there's about 5 shulker boxes worth. So between the two, we should actually pretty much hit our mark, because there's like a ton of stuff here. So I'm going to go do all of that and get that gathered, and then I got to go start gathering magma blocks because I need about 2 shulker boxes worth of those as well. So I'll start grabbing that stuff. In the meantime, I'll send you guys back over to the end and we can check out what we've done there. And then towards the end of the episode, we will start building the ink farm. All right, so welcome to Swirly World. We've got the speed beacon on, so everything's all spinny. But I was able to get the side buildings in for the most part. I got the 2 stories with the big stone walls and then the red arches over the top. This took a very long time because I had to smelt all of this stone and didn't have any, so I had to go gather it all. But I still have to add the quartz window still here, but all my quartz is off in the nether, and I didn't want to run back and grab it to fix it because we're going to be leaving the nether here in a second. There's also like a kind of a lip, kind of like a stone structure on top of this before it goes down on the other side that I have to build. But for the most part, these sections are done. I have made a couple other changes, so you can see to the build. I've added this huge amount of the grass that we're going... Oh, I looked at you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. We don't have to do this like this. Okay, he's not mad anymore. I added this. It looks kind of... I don't love the way it looks in such a huge amount, but it's okay because we're going to have hedges and trees and pathways cutting through it. So you're not actually going to see this much of it in one space. Like, I'm going to try to have this be the biggest section that you'd ever see at once we start going in and doing all the little detail work. Additionally, I've tried to add some lighting, and I want to add some more. I've put a bunch of lights on the back of these other archways like we did on this purple one up here. And I also added a row going all the way down that pillar that lights that area up. So I want to try to do some more of those just so we can get this building lit up properly. But I think for the moment, we're going to take a step away from this because we need to go get that ink farm built if we're going to get that finished this episode, because I have to edit this in the morning. And that means I've got about maybe 6 hours to work on this ink farm. But let's head back because we're going to discuss where we're going to build this thing. Which, that's way too far. That's way too far. Oh, it wasn't that bad. I should spawn back at the island here in our little underground area. Yep, perfect. So, there's a couple of places that I'll sleep real quick so that it's daytime. There's a couple places I was thinking about doing it. If we head out on top of the island. Oh, crap. Someone else is on the server. I forgot. I don't know if they're going to sleep, so I'm going to take this bed with me just in case. But I was thinking about doing it off this side to keep it near the Guardian farm. But I think what I actually want to do is build it off this direction because we don't really have anything this way. And I'd like to keep that side open for the maps if we do any more of those. So I think we're going to build it off in this direction. I also need like a huge area, so I think this will be a good way to put it. because I think I can put it like right over here, and I should have enough space between that island and that one that I don't have to actually get rid of any land. But yeah, I think this is where we're going to do it. So I'm going to, I guess, get set up here at least, and then we'll talk about how the actual farm is going to work. I brought all my materials over, but I have to make a little platform here and stuff and get all that going. So I'm going to get started on all of that stuff, maybe get some of the platform in, and then we'll come back and talk about how this farm is actually going to work. Alright, so I got the platform in for the main part of the squid farm. This is, I think, what our rails are going to sit on, I believe. And then on top of that will be our magma blocks, which is where all of our water is going to go and all of our fish and everything are going to spawn. But I've got this whole platform in. This does have to be extended out another 3 chunks in each direction, and then 3 chunks on the corner over here. Now, you'll notice that I have a bunch of lines across the screen. This is because I have enabled a texture pack that tells me where the chunk borders are. I didn't realize, they must have changed this at some point, but you're now able to have multiple resource packs enabled on a server, which before, I think if a world had a resource pack enabled and you weren't the host, I don't think you were able to change it. But that was a few years ago. And I guess you can change it now. I guess they've changed a lot of stuff that I didn't know about behind the scenes. But this is really, really good for us because I've spent so much time using alternative methods to find chunk borders. For instance, I was using a map for this at first to find where the corner was, because the corner of a map is the corner of a chunk. But we don't have to do that anymore because we have all of this. But I want to show you guys this real quick before we get started here. I think I'm going to do another kind of like... Oops, I think I've flown the wrong way. I can't see because... There we go. It's raining. I want to show you guys what this looks like in the nether because it is absolutely absurd. It looks like a... oh, what's the thing? Laser tag. It looks like laser tag in here. Look at this. It's absurd. It's because it puts it on like the edge of every block, or like on the side of every block, I guess, that's on that particular chunk line. So you can see like a lot of my stuff happens to line up with certain chunks. There's a ghast in my building. Get out of there. But it just looks absolutely crazy in here. I think it looks super cool. I think I'm going to use this as the thumbnail. Like something like that, just to show how crazy this is. But yeah, so I'm probably going to do a cut together now of me building this squid farm, and then go over everything at the end. It's not a super complicated farm, honestly. Most of the like mechanics of the farm, like the redstone and stuff, are simply the launching mechanisms for the mine carts that go back and forth along this platform to pick up all the items through the magma blocks. So to kind of display what this is going to do, I have power rails and magma blocks. Here we go. Basically, these are going to run back and forth across all these. I need to get some normal rails for the turns, if there are any. But these are going to go back and forth, and then on top of them, we're going to have some magma blocks. And on top of this, there's going to be 2 blocks of water, I think, and then basically the mobs will spawn in the bubble stream and then get pulled down onto this. They'll die. The minecart will go over and pick them up through the block. So it's a super easy farm. It's not like going to be complicated or anything. All the redstone right there is going to go into the launching mechanisms over on this side to get the mine carts to go back and forth. So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to go ahead and get this going, and we'll do a little cut together of all the little clips. And hopefully this doesn't take me too long. I'm going to try to get this done tonight so that we can have this running before next episode so that I can get the ink that I need for the next project. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on into getting all that done. Okay, well, I have gotten quite a bit of work done on this thing. As you can see here, all of the rails are in place, going all the way across there for all of the minecart systems that go across. I've got all the magma blocks in, got all the glass in, and if we fly way up into the sky, you can see I've got about 3/4 of the cubes in place. I have the cobble to do this part, but I need more of the stone to do this part, which it doesn't have to be a grid, but it looks kind of cool. And the tree I'm following did it as well. And I was like, that looks cool. I'm going to do that as well. So, unfortunately, though, I am out of time. It is 2 a.m. I want to go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm going to have to edit this video and get it ready to go out tomorrow. So I don't think I'm going to have time to get anything else done on this today in this episode. But by the start of next episode, I will have this all finished up. We're not going to have an episode on Saturday. It won't be until next Tuesday that we have another... Wait. No. Sorry. Tomorrow's Saturday. There won't be an episode on Tuesday. It won't be till next Saturday that there's another episode. I got my days confused there. Quarantine's really throwing off my sense of time. But yeah, so I'm going to have this all set up by then, and we'll check it out in that one. But yeah, that is going to do it for this episode, you guys. I hope that you have all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.